Welcome back, my friends. By now, I'm sure that you have all heard of the blowout disaster on practically brand new, the Boeing 737 MAX 9 aircraft, just after it left Portland International Airport on its way to Ontario, California a few days ago. The news today is that United Alaska Air found loose hardware on some Boeing 737 MAX 9s after grounding. United Airlines and Alaska Airlines found loose hardware during inspections of Boeing 737 MAX 9 planes. The Federal Aviation Administration on Saturday grounded dozens of 737 MAX 9s after a panel blew out mid-flight on Alaska Flight 1282. Plane manufacturer Boeing earlier Monday said it sent instructions to airlines to conduct the inspections of the MAX 9s in their fleets. Well, today, Boeing's CEO admits mistake as investigators probe mid-air panel blowout, saying, "Every detail matters." Boeing's CEO said the company acknowledges our mistake after a part blew off a 737 MAX 9 during an Alaska Airlines flight. The accident left a gaping hole in the fuselage. The FAA has grounded dozens of 737 MAX 9 planes so they can be inspected. But before we get into all of that, I would like to thank everyone who views my videos. If you would like to support the channel, please see the link to buy me a coffee in the video description below. And please hit the like button and leave me a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos when they are released. For those of you not familiar, according to news reports, the door plug of an Alaska Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 9 plane got blown out during a flight from Portland to Ontario International Airport in California. The panel in the jet fuselage detached after takeoff, and the plug door, which is a panel fitted to replace an emergency door in some versions of the 737 MAX 9 plane, tore away from the plane soon after it took off. The incident caused the cabin to depressurize and exposed passengers to open air thousands of feet above ground. United Airlines also found loose bolts during inspections of its 737 MAX 9 fleet in the wake of the Alaska Airlines incident. The U.S. Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, ordered the immediate grounding of all Boeing 737-9 MAX jetliners after the incident. Investigations are ongoing, and the U.S. National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, has launched an investigation into the incident. United Airlines said Monday that it has found loose bolts on door plugs of several Boeing 737 MAX 9 planes during inspections, spurred when a panel of that type blew out during an Alaska Airlines flight using that type of aircraft last week. Alaska Airlines later Monday said its initial inspections of the jets had turned up loose hardware, and that no aircraft will be returned to service until formal reviews are complete. The safety of these aircraft is our priority, and we will take the time and steps necessary to ensure their airworthiness. In close partnership with the FAA, Alaska Airlines said in a statement, the Federal Aviation Administration on Saturday grounded dozens of 737 MAX 9s after the panel blew out mid-flight on Alaska Flight 1282. Alaska has 65 of the MAX 9 planes in its fleet. United has 79, making it the biggest operator of the jet model. Since we began preliminary inspections on Saturday, we have found instances that appear to relate to installation issues in the door plug. For example, bolts that needed additional tightening, United said in a statement. These findings will be remedied by our tech ops team to safely return the aircraft to service. The FAA earlier Monday declined to comment on the airline's findings. Plane manufacturer Boeing said earlier Monday it issued instructions to airlines to conduct the inspections of the MAX 9s in their fleets. United had begun some preliminary inspection work in the past few days. We are committed to ensuring every Boeing airplane meets design specifications and the highest safety and quality standards, Boeing said in a statement Monday evening. We regret the impact this has had on our customers and their passengers. No one was seriously injured in the accident aboard the Alaska Airlines flight, though the blown-out panel produced a force so violent that some headrests and seatbacks were ripped from the cabin and the cockpit door was flung open, according to initial details of a federal safety investigation. No passengers were seated in the two seats next to the panel. The National Transportation Safety Board said the accident would have been worse at cruising altitude when passengers and crews are walking around the cabin. But the accident places fresh scrutiny on Boeing, which has spent years trying to clean up a host of quality defects while also ramping up aircraft production, including of the 737 MAX. CEO Dave Calhoun has spent months trying to assure airlines, investors, and financial analysts that the company is improving its supply chain and working to resolve its quality problems. Calhoun canceled a company leadership summit this week and plans to hold an all-employee call on Tuesday. The 737 MAX is Boeing's best-selling aircraft, with more than 4,000 orders to fill. However, the more common MAX 8, which is not affected by the grounding, makes up the majority of those orders. Boeing CEO Dave Calhoun on Tuesday said the company acknowledges our mistake after a door plug on a 737 MAX 9 blew out in the middle of an Alaska Airlines flight, creating a gaping hole in the fuselage and prompting a grounding of that aircraft type by federal regulations. The Federal Aviation Administration grounded the 737 MAX 9s less than a day after the incident on Alaska Airlines Flight 1282 so the jets could be inspected. The more common 737 MAX 8 was not affected. When I got that picture of the Alaska Airlines 737 MAX 9, all I could think about, I didn't know what happened to whoever was supposed to be in the seat next to that hole in the airplane, Calhoun told staff. According to remarks shared by Boeing, "I've got kids, I've got grandkids, and so do you. This stuff matters. Every detail matters. No one was seated in 26A on the flight, which was next to the panel that blew out, saving passengers from a possible tragedy. But the accident puts more scrutiny on Boeing and its CEO. The company has struggled with a string of defects on its planes over the past few years, while it tried to ramp up production and improve its reputation after fatal crashes in 2018 and 2019. Alaska Airlines and United Airlines, the two largest operators of the 737 MAX 9, said on Monday that they have each already found loose parts on the same area of other MAX 9s that underwent review. Calhoun said Tuesday that the company will work with the National Transportation Safety Board in its investigation and that the FAA is overseeing inspections to ensure every next airplane that moves into the sky is in fact safe and that this event can never happen again. But what do you think? Please hit the like button and leave us a comment below. We would love to hear from you. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos when they are released. Please share this video on social media. And before we end, a word from the sponsor of this video. Today's sponsor is ProWorldNet.com. ProWorldNet.com is a job website specifically dedicated to licensed professions. Doctors, including any type of specialty. Nurses, and that includes all grades of nurses. Lawyers, regardless of area of legal focus. Teachers and professors, from kindergarten through graduate school, as well as any kind of job that requires a government license or certification. And ProWorldNet.com also includes short-term gig-type jobs as well. So be sure to check out ProWorldNet.com if you are looking for a job or an employee. Thank you for watching.